welcome to my allotment. It's a glorious day. We're gonna have, I think, up to 27 degrees today, and I feel the sun on my back. It's hot. So today's video, I thought I'd take you around the plot with me. You can see what I do on a typical day. I have a lot to do today, so maybe grab a cup of coffee. I've got my iced one here because it's already really hot. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So I'm training this uchiki curry or red curry or onion squash up this arch, and I'm tying in this old greenhouse shelving to tie it to. So I need to add another bit because it's now reached the top, which I'm pretty happy about. It's looking pretty good. Got some fruit coming, we'll see. There's one fruit here. I think it's been pollinated. And the flowers on this just smells amazing. It's worth growing it just for that. Got bitten by a bloody ant. Oh, I've got so many ants in my allotment. I know I shouldn't be gardening with my Birkenstocks, but it's just so hot. Most fun bits I do 2-3 times a week is to empty the liquid out of my Bokashi bin. I think it smells nice and I know I can use it as a fertilizer on my plants, so it's a win-win. So when I'm done emptying my Bokashi bin of the liquid, I put it in an old milk bottle to keep, and then I dilute it to use on my plants. And that's about less than 2 weeks worth, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think you dilute it quite a lot for your plants. I haven't used it yet because I've still been using my old tomato feed, but I usually feed my tomatoes on a Sunday, so this Sunday is the first time I'll use it. It's exciting. It's time again to cut some sweet peas. So this is a mixed variety, and I try to cut them once a week, and then I cut all the flowers off and any pods I see, and then they keep growing. So there's barely any aphids on them now after the ladybirds moved in. It's pretty amazing how efficient they can be. Alright, better go put these in water. Goodness me, it's hot. Time for a break. I know I shouldn't be drinking these full of sugar, but you feel like you deserve it when you're out in the sun. It's so tasty. So we're gonna have a tray bake of vegetables and some salmon tonight, so I better get harvesting some stuff. Let's see what I've got. I think I've got potatoes, kohlrabi, carrots, maybe some beetroot. And we'll see what else we can rustle up. So I've got my trusty little basket here, and these are the second earlies. So they are, yeah, they're going over. They need to be harvested. And let's see what we've got. So these are no dig. So they're very easy to harvest. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. And this Estima second earlies, been very good. I mean, much bigger potatoes than I expected, which is always good. Oh. And you know, who likes to clean and peel? Not that I peel potatoes very often, but who likes to do that with tiny potatoes? It's just much easier and more fun when they're bigger. Isn't that always the case? It's just always a few more. Always a few more. But it's pretty good with no dig. They don't go so deep, so you're more likely to find them all. Let's see, I don't want to go too close to the other plants because I think that was it. It's pretty good. Let's cover that up. Alright, let's see. I'll just firm that down. Like so. And once these are gone, I might extend. So I've got cauliflower there, and I've got lots of kale coming, so I might extend this to be brassicas the whole way. Obviously that's a poppy, that'll have to stay. And those are parsnips, and I put some garlic chives along the end, so they'll be small this year, so they shouldn't interfere with the parsnips, but next year they'll take up this whole thing, and I look forward to that. And apparently when you cook with garlic chives, the garlic flavour really comes out. And I never knew that before, because I've had a bought plant previously, and I grew those from seed, and I just didn't think it tasted anything different from normal chives. So yeah, but apparently if you cook with it, the garlic flavour really comes out. And this is another thing I need to do. So I've got a compost here. I should be ready to use. Yeah, need to get that out. And obviously volunteer potatoes, always. And these are, so I don't really get potatoes in my beds, I get potatoes in my compost. Because little ones end up going into compost, and I guess they just quite often survive if they're too close to the edge. But yeah, I need to start using that one. Maybe start to turn this one soon. We'll see. So yeah, I think that should be plenty for our evening meal. So there's some green tint on 2 of them there. So that level of green is not harmful. It's when the potato is it's like full on green, then you really shouldn't eat it. But that's not a problem. You know, this is not a problem. Right, we have some kohlrabi here. This is colossal. I think I'm gonna cut this one. I have another one in there, but I don't know, maybe that one's bigger. No, let's do this one. All right, let's see. So I did some weeding here yesterday and found a ginormous ant's nest. So these are best cut. So we'll see if I can. Yeah, so these roots on these kohlrabi are huge. I mean, brassica roots are always huge. They're like tree trunks, aren't they? But yeah, colossal it's called. Like any brassica, you can use the leaves as a spring greens or whatever. These are a bit eaten, but that's not a problem. Yeah, looking pretty good. Takes up the whole basket. Great. And look at that, so much space. There's still some calabrese under there, and I've left the plants in because they shoot new ones. This one and this one, so they'll be smaller than the first lot you had, but there'll be more harvests from them, so they're a bit more like sprouting broccoli. So I already have some onions inside that I can use. I think there might be some beetroot here. Could pick that one. It's not. Yeah, let's do this one. So with the multi-sowing, you just twist out the big one, and then that comes out without damaging the other ones. Oh, really need to weed here. Like that. Ha! It's a funny old shape. So this is the candy stripe one. It's some Italian name. I can never remember. And yeah, this is Cylindra here. We can probably take this one. So this one's like super pigmented, deep red, and this kind of, oh wow, what's happened to that? More like a cylindrical shape rather than a round golf ball type shape. And so these are basically mainly for the toddler. I think I have some other ones. Let's see. They're just coming in at different times now. Oh, I mean, you can eat beetroot whatever size. I prefer them a bit smaller because they're much sweeter that way, and you don't risk having any woody experiences. And this is a yellow one, Touchstone Gold, I think it's called. Oh, So this little one might not have grown into anything anyway, so I won't feel too bad. But yeah, it's nice to get a few different colours. Oh, yeah, it's split a bit, hasn't it? So I don't water my beetroot, which is also why they are so small. And some more here. Maybe I'll take this one and then the other one. Yeah, a bit more space to grow. I think I have a few here. So these are Borlotti. And yeah, let's get this one out. Ah! So these are your normal, should be round really, but I guess they're not always round. Perfect size for my toddler. Some got some beans here. I guess I should really pick them. The dwarf beans, so they're like ready to eat. Maybe I'll pick some beans as well. Oh yeah, no, they're definitely ready. And soon there'll be courgettes. Oh, this one, is it gonna fall off? I don't know. It's got a bit dull looking. Right. Prettiest picture. This is my trusty old carrot patch. So I've harvested a lot from here already. I just tend to pull the largest ones if I can. So when they come off, you know it's a big one. I'm gonna have to get something to take that out with. Maybe I can get the one next to it. Ah, yeah, that one came out. Good. Maybe then I can get this one. Oh, yes. Well, it wasn't so bad. I don't know. It's just so dry this year, isn't it? It's just like rock hard in here. So we have a bit of competition in our house for carrots. The dog absolutely adores them, and she gets a piece of carrot. Oh no, darn it. She gets a piece of carrot with every meal as a treat. Is it a treat if you get it with every meal? Anyway, right, better go dig that one out. Dirt on my face? Classic. I mean, it doesn't help. Anyway, so even though my French Cobra beans are still tiny, they're got full-sized beans on them, so I better start picking. And there's some dwarf beans as well, Cupidon, and maybe some of the purple Teepee as well that are ready, so I'll get on that. Let's see if I can actually pick one-handed. Oh, there's one. So I like to eat them raw, so I don't want them to be too big. It's like perfect size for me. You know, I really should grow things that are different colour to the foliage, because it's a bloody nightmare finding them. I don't know, maybe the ones that I've eaten already. Were the lot. Alright, well, a small handful. It's better than nothing. So these are the dwarf Cupidon. And yeah. So the more you pick, the more flowers you get, and then the more fruit. So it's better to pick often. Oh. And then you get more. So I have had some people step on these. I don't think it was me anyway. And but they're still producing, so it's alright. I'll leave that one. So it's small, some big ones here. So I tend to grow the French climbing variety mainly, but I don't really know why, because the dwarf ones are pretty easy to deal with. They just kind of sprawl around a bit, and then you don't have to worry about building structures for them to grow up. They'll then fall over in whatever wind you get. It's quite low maintenance. Alright. Oh yeah, so this one. But still got beans. So I guess they are a higher risk of being eaten by slugs this way, lying on the floor. But so far, oh wow, that's quite a lot of beans actually. This is my strawberry bed. I really need to weed it, but it's not yielding any strawberries, or barely any. So I'm like, why the hell am I bothering? Though I see there's one there. But I really need to do that. God, I'm so bad. And I really need to get on the bindweed here as well. It's just so much of it. I don't know if there are any here that are big enough. Well, maybe they don't grow bigger than this, I don't know. I'll pick these ones. And they'll be... So I think they go green when you cook them. Which is a bit of a shame. It's another good reason why you should eat them raw. They're gorgeous. But yeah, so they were out during hail, so yeah, they died back quite a lot, but there's lots of new growth coming, so I'm sure they'll be fine. And then I have some under here, so they I was worried they weren't going to get pollinated, but I have so many ants on my allotment. Let's see, right, here we go. Some here. Yeah, so these were protected from the high winds, being under netting, and one took that flower off, and they're doing so much better. So they were the hail was like sort of lying on top of the netting and didn't go onto the plants, so they are much bigger under here. And that just goes to show, when you plant out sensitive plants like this, it's beneficial to cover them with just a fleece or enviromesh just until they're established. Alright, I'm gonna pick a few more. Yeah, it's looking good in here. So I've got kalettes, Savoy cabbage, and swede over here. And I saw there's actually some, yeah, there's some swede bulbing up here. That's good, I've never grown swede before. And then I've got my sprouts here. I got 4 sprouts here. So by the time the beans are done, there'll be sprouts coming. Well, they'll be getting big. They're for Christmas, really. I managed to get a lot of sprouts last year. Right, that's a decent first bean harvest. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Looking gorge. Just made a little Instagram photo shoot for my harvest today, and now I'm going to process it and take it inside, so he that cooks won't be overwhelmed by all the foliage and all the dirty bits, which he just doesn't like. I'm the one with the dirty fingers in our household. Bloody hell, it's like a... You kill someone with that? Bloody hell. We can see the nice juicy stuff in there. I love kohlrabi. Could probably use some of these less eaten leaves as well. Oh, time to do some weeding. My celery and celeriac. Got some chilies here. These are outdoor chilies. I'm not sure they're gonna produce anything this year. And these are Verbena Bantam. It's a dwarf variety of verbena I sowed from seed this year. And I think it might flower. Yeah, at least look like flower buds. So I'm pretty happy about that. They're perennial, so hopefully they'll stay there. Right, let's get on this. Much better already. And first here is the celery. It's full white, it's called. It's self-blanching, so you need to plant it close together so that the foliage blanches the stems of the next plant. And then the celeriac is here. It's much greener, you can see. Job well done. Now I've just got the rest of the bed to do. So one of the last things I do on a Friday is to put a spray of the lure to attract, wow, it looks like magic, to attract the bees to my gardener's beehive. So I'm going to do that now. I spray it once a week into one of the opening holes, and it's to attract them to move in. So just give it a bit of a shake, and then just pick a hole. I'm not sure it's sprayed properly. Huh. It's upside down, so it's a bit tricky. There we go. And we'll see. I can't wait for you guys to move in. It's so cute. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my day on the allotments. I might do a bit more weeding later tonight. I'll see how I feel. And I have to get on, I guess, editing this massive video. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and happy gardening.